Guys, welcome to this video. It's amazing and exciting to know that some Ghanaians had so much courage to leave Ghana in the bid to raise funds for digital learning between Ghana and Kenya. And so they drove through this place, through Mali, Senegal, Mauritania, Cote d'Ivoire, and then they reached a place where they had to use a ferry. So they had to sail on a ferry to Spain. That means they've already entered the European continent. So at that point, they had to sail on a ferry to Spain, which means they have already reached Europe, which is very impressive. And as they were going, Ghanaians in every country that they found themselves met them and gave them all the courage and support, and like the whole crowd that came were cheering them, and that was a whole motivation on its own. So when they reached Switzerland, Ghanaians there met them, gave them some fufu, and you can see the pictures rolling on the internet, and it's very amazing. When asked why they took this tour, we got to know that it wasn't just for fun. Let's go hear what they had to say.
I came to know EduSport through my daughter because her school was associated with this charity that is really transforming lives in Ghana. So what EduSport does is they set up these low-cost community-led, emphasis on community-led libraries, which provide resources to children in the rural areas of Ghana. So far, EduSport has set up 50 centers across the country. Now, the key takeaway for us is the fact that throughout these areas, there is very little technology, if anything at all. So we are hoping to raise this money to equip all these centers with basic technology like tablets. Effectively, we want to bridge the digital divide for our children in the rural communities of Ghana. That is the immediate intent. Then there's a wider strategic intent of even taking this to a bigger level, where under the steering of Mr. Richard Enim, we are looking to see if they could raise a $1 million digital catalyst fund that would equip primary schools in rural areas with digital centers as the world moves into an AI age.
Their intent of embarking on this tour was actually to raise 100,000 dollars to support digital learning between Ghana and Kenya. And they explained everything over here.
Right into the heart of the United Kingdom. Once again, well done.
Did they meet any challenges? Yes, they met a lot of challenges. But by the time these people were talking about their challenges, they had not reached London yet. So let's go watch the challenges they met.
It's been a good experience, we have to say. I think our eyes were opened very much to the realities of life in all of the African countries we went through. Our experiences at the borders tells us that there is still a lot of work to be done to bring the African Continental Free Trade Agreement into reality. We need to ease movement of people across our borders. The second key takeaway for us is also the level of infrastructure across African countries, which varies. We have the clear standouts like Senegal, where from entry to exit, we were on perfect roads. And to certain extremes, to be fair, Ghana, we're not really up there. The drive from Accra to exit Ghana was pretty slow. So there's still some way for us to do to catch up with the rest of the other countries.
Wait, no. Calm, get out.
So they started the journey on the 23rd of July, and finally the journey came to a successful end on the 6th of August. It started with I think 13 or 12 people, and some dropped on the way. One lady that was among dropped out. She dropped out at Morocco, and that's around 5,000 and some kilometers. So she stopped at Morocco, and the rest continued. And I think more people dropped out, and eventually 9 made it to London. That's amazing. When I saw that they are embarking on such a trip, I was wondering, is that possible? Driving through Ghana, through African countries to London, but they've made it possible.
Yo guys, we made it. We're in London. We're going to Ashfield and Kent Luxury Outlet. The Ghanaian community is waiting for us there. A few of them came to Dover to meet us, and we're being escorted. So man, Ghana stand up. We made it. We made it. We made it. We made it. Accra, London, Ghana to the area. Biabwa 2023. We say and we do. When you say you should do. Ghana is in the building. You see the plates? GE 577520, led by our indefatigable Air Force One. That is GQ 1000. That's the lead car all the way from Oyari Fatu, Dover. GQ 1000. And your big brothers and Sabrina in the GE 577520. I roll Ankumenam in my F-150 Raptor. And behind me is the baddest boy on the block, Quincy Peters, with his father Kweku Peters of Inkit. Also there's Accra New Town in the building, Airport Hills Gangster Bar open. And on we go. Yeah.